The ring is a cold, lonely place when your legacy is on the line, but tonight, the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto has become a pressure cooker of raw, unadulterated emotion that is about to explode. We aren't just looking at a wrestling match, we are looking at two men prepared to tear the soul out of one another for a piece of gold that represents everything they've ever bled for. By the end of this video, the landscape of Monday Night Raw will be scorched, a betrayal or a triumph will be etched into history, and you will witness a moment so shocking it will leave your jaw on the floor. Don't move a muscle, because the Second City Saint and the Phenomenal One are about to go to war, and only one man is walking out of this wreckage with his dignity intact. Before we dive into the heart of this storm, I want to take a moment to talk to you, our SLAMZONE family. We pour our hearts into these breakdowns because we know that for many of you, wrestling is more than just a show, it's an escape, a passion, and a way of life. We've grown together, cheered together, and felt the sting of every heartbreaking loss together. If you find value in what we do, if you feel that same fire we feel, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. It truly helps us keep this dream alive. Leave a comment, share your heart with us, and let's keep building this community of true fans. Your support is the heartbeat of SLAMZONE, and we are so grateful to have you with us on this journey. You can feel the energy vibrating through the floorboards of the arena. It's heavy. It's thick. CM Punk stands in the center of the ring, the World Heavyweight Championship draped over his shoulder, but it looks more like a target than a trophy tonight. Across from him stands AJ Styles, two men who have traveled the globe, who have main event everywhere from high school gyms to sold-out stadiums, and yet, here they are, looking at each other like they've never met. The air is thin. The crowd in Toronto is chanting a rhythmic, deafening pulse of fight. Fight. Fight, that echoes off the rafters. Punk grabs the microphone, and you can see the conflict in his eyes. He's the champion, the man who said he would be a fighting champion, but the weight of the crown is visible in the way he carries himself. He looks at AJ and says, "I know I can beat Gunther, and I know I can beat you." The crowd erupts. It's a bold statement, a classic Punk move, poking the bear just to see if it still has teeth. But AJ doesn't flinch. He stands his ground, the Phenomenal One, a man who has made a career out of proving people wrong. The tension builds with every word. Punk acknowledges the reality of the situation. It's hard to beat the best team twice. He's playing mind games, trying to get under AJ's skin, questioning what happens if Saturday doesn't go AJ's way. You can see the wheels turning in the audience's heads. Is Punk scared? Or is he just being the master manipulator we know him to be? The storytelling here is top tier. It's not just about a match, it's about the fear of failure, the fear of not being able to prove to yourself that you still belong at the top of the mountain. Then comes the pivot, the moment that changes the course of the night. Punk looks around the Scotiabank Arena, hears the bloodlust of the Toronto fans, and he gives them exactly what they want. "So let's just say we do fight tonight," he says. The roof nearly comes off the building. But AJ isn't just looking for a fight. He wants the ultimate prize. He reminds Punk and the world that he won this title on November 1st with a promise to be a fighting champion. If they are going to do this, right here, right now, on a Monday Night Live on Netflix, it has to be for the belt. The stakes just went from high to astronomical. This is where legends are made. A World Heavyweight Championship match, announced on the fly, fueled by ego and adrenaline. Punk recaps it for the world, his voice dripping with intensity. The Phenomenal One, AJ Styles versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's official. Or at least, they're demanding it be official. Adam Pearce, the general manager, is being begged to make it a reality. You can see the sweat on the brows of the fans in the front row. They know they are about to witness history. As the two men stare each other down, the history between them begins to bubble to the surface. Think about where these two have been. Think about the years of being told they were too small or not the right look for the big stage. They are the survivors. They are the outcasts who became kings. And now, the kingdom is too small for both of them. The emotional backstory here is what makes the suspense so unbearable. This isn't just a physical contest, it's a battle of philosophies. Punk, the voice of the voiceless, versus Styles, the excellence of execution in his own right. The ring feels smaller now. Every movement is scrutinized. AJ Styles starts to pace like a caged animal. Punk adjusts the title, his knuckles white as he grips the leather. You can hear a pin drop in the few seconds of silence between the chants. This is the calm before the total destruction. What a moment. You can almost taste the sweat and the copper of the blood that is surely about to be spilled. Imagine being in that ring. The lights are blindingly bright, the cameras are rolling for millions of people watching on Netflix, and the man standing across from you is someone you've respected for 20 years, but right now, he is the only thing standing between you and immortality. The pacing of this segment is masterful. It starts with a conversation and ends with a declaration of war. The crowd's reaction is like a character of its own. Toronto has always been a bizarro world for WWE, and tonight they are leaning into it. They aren't just cheering for a winner, they are cheering for the carnage. They want to see these two icons push each other to the absolute limit. You can feel the energy, the raw power of the WWE Universe demanding a classic. But as the tension reaches its peak, you have to wonder, what is the cost? What happens to the loser of this match? If AJ Styles loses tonight, where does he go? If CM Punk loses his title on a random Monday night, is his legacy tarnished? The stakes are so high that it feels like the ring might actually collapse under the weight of the expectation. This is what wrestling is all about. The drama, the theater, the visceral reality of two men putting their bodies on the line for our entertainment. Hit that like button, subscribe to SLAMZONE, and join the family for more intense wrestling breakdowns every week. We are just getting started, and the best is yet to come. Now, as we move into the actual meat of the confrontation, the physical presence of both men becomes the focus. AJ Styles is leaning into his phenomenal persona, his eyes sharp, his body coiled like a spring. He's not just a wrestler, he's an artist of violence. And CM Punk? Punk is the ultimate strategist. He knows that he doesn't have to be faster than AJ, he just has to be smarter. He has to find that one opening, that one mistake that AJ makes in the heat of the moment. The near falls in our minds are already happening. We can see the styles clash, we can see the GTS. We can see the reversals that have made both men famous. The suspense is building toward a moment that feels like it's going to be a reward for every fan who has ever stuck by these two. But there's a shadow hanging over the ring. Something feels off. Something feels like a twist is lurking just around the corner. Is Gunther watching from the back? Is there someone else waiting to make a statement? The storytelling is keeping us guessing. One minute you think Punk has the upper hand with his psychological warfare, and the next AJ shuts him down with a single look of defiance. It's a masterclass in professional wrestling. The simplicity of the setup, two men, one title, one night, is exactly why we love this business. It doesn't need bells and whistles when you have two of the greatest of all time standing heart to heart. I won this title November 1st, and I said I was going to be a fighting champion. Those words from Punk are going to haunt him if he loses tonight. It's a promise that could be his undoing. And for AJ, this is the chance to reclaim the mountain. To show that he isn't just a legend of the past, but the king of the present. The emotion is pouring out of the screen. You can see the tears of excitement in the eyes of some fans in the arena. This is where legends are made, and tonight, the legend of the World Heavyweight Championship is being written in real time. As we approach what could be the start of the match, the realization sinks in. We are on the precipice of something legendary. This isn't a dream match anymore, it's a reality. The Scotiabank Arena is the epicenter of the wrestling world, and for the next few minutes, nothing else matters. No other storylines, no other rivalries. Just Punk. Just Styles. Just the gold. The pacing slows down just enough for us to catch our breath, only for the adrenaline to spike again as they move closer to one another. The referee is in the ring now. Adam Pearce has given the nod. It is official. The bell is about to ring. The atmosphere is so thick you could choke on it. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. The moment where talk ends and the violence begins. But wait. Look at Punk's face. There's a flicker of something there. Is it doubt? Or is it a trap? And AJ? He looks almost too calm. He looks like a man who has already won. The reversals in this match are going to be breathtaking. Every move is a story. Every strike is a sentence. We are watching a poem written in sweat and grit. The crowd starts a "This is awesome" chant before the bell even rings. They know. We know. This is special. This is the kind of night you tell your grandkids about. The night CM Punk and AJ Styles decided to burn it all down in Toronto. You can feel the energy, the pure, unadulterated passion of the WWE Universe. It's beautiful and terrifying all at once. As the match finally gets underway, the first lockup feels like an explosion. They are fighting for every inch, every ounce of leverage. The shock of the first strike echoes through the arena. It's a brutal, honest exchange. No fancy footwork yet, just two men trying to hurt each other. The near falls start early, keeping everyone on the edge of their seats. Every count of two feels like a heart attack. The tension toward the end is going to be unbearable. We are building toward a major, unexpected moment that will redefine what it means to be a champion. Is there a betrayal coming? A shocking return? Or will one man simply prove that he is, without a shadow of a doubt, the best in the world? The pacing is perfect, keeping us guessing, keeping us invested in every single second. As we wrap up this breakdown, remember that wrestling is about these moments. These flashes of brilliance that stay with us forever. Tonight was one of those nights. Whether you are Team Punk or Team Styles, you have to respect the heart they showed in that ring. Hit that like button, subscribe to SLAMZONE, and join the family for more intense wrestling breakdowns every week. Thank you for being the best part of this channel. We'll see you at the next bell. What a night. What a moment. Join the family and let's keep the conversation going in the comments below.